Okay, so we're going into the core study of griffiths now. So this is the core information that you need for a section A. So here we'll go through the hypotheses, the method, etc. Now he's got 4 hypotheses in his experiment, and the first one is there'll be a significant difference between the thought processes of regular gamblers and non-regular gamblers. And these thought processes are normally categorized into rational and irrational verbalizations. So he's looking for a difference between verbalizations. The second hypothesis is a null hypothesis. So he's looking for no significant difference between skill level of gamblers and non-regular gamblers. So this means when they're on the machine, the regular gamblers show no more skill being able to win or to play for more time than non-regular gamblers show. Now the third hypothesis is looking for whether gamblers view themselves as more skilled than non-regular gamblers, and what Griffiths is predicting here is that regular gamblers will see themselves as more skilled and better at playing than somebody who doesn't regularly play. And the final hypothesis is that the thinking aloud condition, so having to verbalise your thoughts as you play the game, and this is obviously to give Griffiths an idea about their heuristics, their thinking patterns, will take longer, significantly longer, than those people who are gambling in the non-thinking aloud condition. So thinking aloud just means that as you're playing or as you're working on something, you have to talk out loud all the thoughts that come into your head at once. So it's about talking the whole time you're playing on these fruit machines. And he said there will be a difference in time taken if you're in this condition. So the method is an experiment, and we can see that by the hypotheses because they're differences. It's a naturally occurring variable, and it's out in the field, and it's in an arcade in Nottingham. Now it's an independent measures design because we've got the naturally occurring variable, and that's to do with the gambling or no gambling, but also then it's divided again into you're either in the thinking aloud condition or not thinking aloud, and this was a randomised trial. Now there were 30 regular gamblers, 29 of these were male and 1 were female, and this is quite representative of the population of fruit machine gamblers. He was able to have 30 non-regular gamblers who were 15 male and 15 female, and he could do this because they self-selected themselves, as the gamblers did. They self-selected themselves through posters, so he was able to even out the ratio. Now the gamblers were known to Griffiths because he's done lots of studies before this one, and these were regular gamblers known to Griffiths in his previous studies. So the apparatus was an arcade in Nottingham, and they were on a fruit skills machine, a slot machine, and they were asked all the time to use this same fruit skills machine. So that's a control. They were all given £3, and they were told the aim was to stay on the machine for as long as they could, given 60 plays. They were given £3, and that would get them 60 plays. The qualitative data that was collected was from the observations and the interviews at the end of the study, but also interval level data was collected, and this was the time taken to win back the money or to lose the money, the amount of wins that they also gained. So we've got interval level data and we have nominal level data. We do have in the journal a lot of reporting of the qualitative, so the verbalization, so examples, but this was reduced into nominal, rational, irrational verbalizations. So we've got quantitative and qualitative data, so it's quite holistic in its approach. Now ethics-wise, they've got full informed consent because it's self-selected. They were debriefed and they could withdraw at any point. The only possible ethical issue you could pull up here is psychological harm after leaving, though you would hope that gamblers who took part in this study and they're thinking aloud, you'd be able to show them the irrational verbalizations. And with this being a cognitive study, you would expect that they could then go for CBT to change.